Hello, this is Sweet June 2010. Right now I'm just going through some stuff at work and just kind of upset right now. I figured I can clear my head by doing another video. I've been watching some videos on YouTube and about different black men talking about they have given up on dating black women, and that's what I want to talk about. I was listening to, I just subscribed to this one guy, his name is Dreadyhead, and I guess he showcases a lot of pieces and wigs and stuff like that, and then he talks about different things, and he's got a pretty good page on here. And I just, and he was talking about, he did a video about how he has given up on dating. He doesn't date black women anymore. And he was stating the various reasons why he doesn't date black women anymore. He was saying it was too much drama, and it was just, he said it's just too much drama, and that he just can't take it anymore. He said he's just tired of all the drama and everything that, you know, he's encountered with dealing with various black women that he's dated. And he said he's just sick of it, and he's not dating black women anymore. He said he dates white and other races of women, but he just won't date. But he said he refuses to date black women. He said he doesn't date black women anymore. And so I began to do a little research on here, and I listened to some other videos of other black men, you know, talking about how they have basically given up on dating black women. And this is really disheartening to me. It really is. I mean, you know, I say the new racism is, you know, racism is at an all-time high, and I say that the new racism is black men against black women, and it just seems like, you know, I get that there is a certain percentage of black women out there that do have attitudes and that do have a lot of drama and everything, but there are good black women out here. I'm one of them, for one, and there is a lot of other good black women out here. And I'm just not going to buy into this theory. I mean, no one is 100%, no segment of the population is 100% of anything. Nobody's all of anything. And so, like I stated in one of my other videos, is that that is a certain percentage of black women that are like that. It's a certain percentage of black women that, you know, may have bad attitudes and, you know, have a lot of drama. That's not representative of all of us. It's a lot of us black women that are good, that we're not full of drama, we're Christians. I mean, we're true Christians. We try to be true Christians. I mean, nobody's perfect, but we try to be true Christians, and I'm not a drama person. You know, I believe in peace. I'm about peace. And I'm not a black woman that likes drama. I'm about peace. I don't like to argue with anybody. You know, when I go to work every day, I try to be peaceful, and I try not to come with a lot of drama, and I try to treat everybody with respect and everything like that, and be kind, because that's what Jesus would do. You know, I'm trying to be a footstep follower to Jesus Christ, so that's what Jesus would do. Jesus would, you know, be nice and kind, and not be coming with drama. You know, and that's how I try to live my life. You know, it would go against everything that I'm trying to do as a Christian if I wasn't trying to be like that. So, and I know that there's a lot of good black women out there, but it's really disheartening to me to hear black men say, certain black men say, that they don't want to date black women anymore, you know. And then, now don't get me wrong, I'm not against interracial relationships, because I believe that if you meet somebody and the two of you connect, and regardless of whatever race that person is, if you connect with that person and everything, you connect with each other, then, and you care about this person, then you should be with them, you know, regardless of what race they are. And actually, I have a lot of respect for that. You know, I can respect when a black man says, well, yeah, I'm with this woman and she happens to be white or whatever, but we met and we connected and we fell in love, you know, but I still love black women. And that is something that I can respect. I can respect that. But what I hate is when black men go to other races of women and they bash us. And I have a serious problem with that. You know, because I'm a black woman and I know I'm a good person and I've always been a good person. I know a lot of other good black women out there, and I know that we're not all of us are not drama filled as that we're trying to be portrayed. And I'm really getting tired of, you know, as I stated in some of my other videos, is that I'm really, really getting sick and tired of black women being stereotyped. I'm really getting sick and tired of us being portrayed as having attitudes and ratchet and all kinds of things. Like, they call us all kinds of horrible names, all kinds of terrible names. And, you know, people just act like black women don't have feelings, you know, and we, at the end of the day, we're all human beings and we all have heart and we all have feelings. And, you know, black women have feelings just like everybody else. And we're human beings and we have feelings, and not all of us are the same. You know, I'm not like that. You know, I'm a person, you know, I'm a human being, and I'm a person and a human being before I'm black. Black just happens to be my race, but my race does not define me. You know, my race does not define who I am as a person. I am a person. I am myself, June, myself, as a person, as a woman, before I'm black. The fact that I'm black, it just happens to be my race. But my race does not define who I am. And I tell you, it's this the horrible stereotypes that us black women have to get subjected to. It's just terrible. And I'm really sick of it. I'm really sick of it. I'm very outraged. I'm really tired of it. It's very hurtful. It's very hurtful that in us black women, we get judged as a whole. We don't get judged as individuals. We get judged as a whole. And you know, I want to get judged by the content of my character as an individual. I don't want to get lumped into a group with black women that are classified as drama filled and having attitudes, etc., etc. You know, I don't want to get lumped into that group, but I do get lumped into that group, and it's not right. You know, it's not right. If you run up on a white woman and you date her, have a relationship with her, and she happens to exhibit those characteristics, and things don't work out with her, you know, you're not going to say, okay, well, all white women are this, or all white women are that. You're going to say it's that individual woman, and then you're going to go on to the next one. So why would you do black women that way? Just because you happen to meet certain ones that have an attitude or whatever, you know, that's not representative of us all. And I just have an issue with black men saying, well, you know, you exclude a whole race of women in as far as your mate selection process. You know, like I said, I don't have a problem with interracial dating, but I do have a problem when black men cross over and they bash us. You know, they bash us and they eliminate the whole race of women based on there's millions of black women in this country, and so the little small percentage of black women that you have dated is nothing. It's like very minute compared to the millions of black women that are in this country. So you mean to tell me that the millions of black women in this country, we're all the same. We all have bad attitudes. We all are drama filled, whatever. Millions of black women. Is that what you mean to tell me? And so that's what I'm saying. You got other races of women that might have some of those same characteristics, but you're not going to lump them all together in the same group. And this is the problem with black women. We are horribly stereotyped, and we get judged as a whole. And it's not fair. It is not right. I want to be judged as an individual for who I am as a human being, for who I am as a person, for who I am being me. I don't want to be judged according to Jane Doe over here that happens to be black and have a bad attitude or whatever, come with drama. I'm not like that. I've never been like that. I'm about peace, not about drama. I'm about peace. And I'm not trying to be like that. It's a lot of black women that are good too. They're good women. This is very disheartening to me. And to exclude a whole race of women based on just a few you met, it doesn't make any sense. It's not logical. Because what if you might run into a black woman that you connect with and all this, and she's a good person and everything, has a good personality, but then you're going to say, well, she's a black woman, I don't know if I want to date her, because she's a black woman. That's discrimination. I mean, at the end of the day, you guys can do what you want to do, but I think it's a form of self-hatred. It's a form of self-hatred when you exclude a whole race of women that represent the race that you are, based on just a few that you met. And there's good and bad people in every race. You got white women out there that take on the mentality of a black woman. The reason why I know is because I met them. I've met some white women that if I wasn't looking at them and I didn't know that they were white, I could swear up and down they was black, because they talk black and they act black and they take on the mentality of what black men would call a black woman with an attitude or whatever. Yes, they do. I've met a whole lot of white women like that. I've ran into white women like that. And so, like I say, they take on the characteristics of a black woman that may be that way, or what their perception is of how they think black women act. They take on those personality traits. And I guess when a black man runs into a white woman like that, he thinks it's cute. They probably think it's cute. But I think, it goes back to, I think a lot of that has to do with brainwashing. It's like a lot of black men are brainwashed by the media. Well, that's a whole nother video. I'm not going to get into that, but it's just very disheartening, and I've been listening to these videos, these different black men talking about lists of reasons why, they don't want to date black women anymore and all this kind of stuff. And how can you eliminate a whole race of women based on just a few that you've met? It doesn't make any sense. And so when we talk about doing that, now let a black woman come on YouTube and talk about doing the same thing. Then we're called every filthy name in the book. It's like, a black woman that's dating a white man, she's called every filthy name in the book. They don't like it when the shoe is on the other foot. They can dish it out. You guys can dish it out, but you can't take it. Because there's black women that do the same thing. And I don't think it's right for black women to do that either. I don't think it's right to exclude a whole race of, particularly of the people, the men or the women that are of your same race. You're going to exclude that whole race of people in your dating process. Because I feel like, I can relate to a black man better than I can any other man, because, we're the same race. and we understand what it's like. We both understand what it's like to be black. We both understand the struggle, and I don't think that no other race of man would really understand that like a black man would. So it would only make sense to me. I wouldn't exclude. I've had bad relationships with black men. I haven't had good relationships with black men. I've had bad experiences with black men, but for me to come on here and say, well, I'm not going to date black men anymore and exclude my race of men that come, that's the same race that I am, it doesn't make sense to me, because it's just like I said, the simple fact that a black man can relate to me better than any other man can relate to me. That's the simple fact that I'm not going to eliminate him. That's one of the reasons why I'm not going to eliminate the black man. I happen to love black men, but if I couldn't think any other reason to keep the black man as far as my dating, that would be one of the main reasons why. Because who can I relate to better than I can my own men? They can understand better than any man that what I have to go through being a black person in America. And racism is getting worse. It's not getting any better. It's getting worse. So who can understand me better than a black man? Now other races of people, other minorities go experience racism, but let's be real. We experience it a little bit differently. It's just different with us because historically, because of our history in this country as African Americans. And so I just feel like, black men and black women can relate to each other better than any other race. So why would I eliminate my own race of men in my in my mate selection? I'm not going to do that. I've had some bad experiences with black men, but I have sense enough to know that not all black men are the same. I've met some good black men. I know that there's good black men out there because I've met some good black men. And I know that not all of them are the same. See, everybody, at the end of the day, everybody's different. And you can't lump everybody into the same box. I have my views on Pacific black men. I think there's a certain percentage of black men out there that are deadbeat fathers. They don't want to take care of their responsibilities. A certain percentage of black men that are players and et cetera, et cetera. But is that representative of all black men? No, because I've met some decent black men. I've met hard-working black men. I've met black men that go to work every day. I've met I worship with good brothers at the hall that I go to. I've met good brothers in the Jehovah's Witness organization. I met good black men. Good black men. There's good black men everywhere. A good black man could be walking down the street, catching the bus. Just because he's catching the bus don't mean he's not a good black man. So there's good black men. And I was on a bus with a black man, and he said that he had just got diagnosed with I forgot what kind of cancer it was, but he said that he had just got diagnosed with cancer, and then he said that he didn't want to go through chemo or something like that because he was trying to take care of his wife. And I thought that was so sweet. I said, oh my God, that is sweet. He said, I want to be here to take care of my wife, so I'm going to try to fight this thing. He was talking to the bus driver. He said, I'm going to try to fight this thing because I want to be there to take care of my wife. And I thought that was so sweet. I just thought that was so sweet. And I was like, wow, that is so sweet. That is so honorable of him, And so that was a good black man. He was on the bus, and he was a good black man. And so for me to say, well, I have some bad experiences with black men, and they're all bad. No, I'm not going to dare say that, because I encounter good black men every day of my life, pretty much. It could be, like I said, a good black man walking down the street, just passing you by saying, how you doing, or whatever, and not all of them are they had good jobs, driving nice cars and stuff, because that doesn't define you as a person. You could be rich, and you could be a rich jerk. You can have a nice car, you could just be a jerk that has a nice car. So I don't judge a man by what he has. I judge him by the content of his character. And I've ran into good white guys too, and so there's good men in every race. It's not, nobody's all of anything. And so to say that, all black women have attitudes and all that is crazy, because there is a lot of good black women out here. And I got news for you brothers out there. Black men are still marrying us. And I think, I don't know if the marriage rate is increasing, but I here lately I've been looking up, and I've been seeing black men marrying black women. So black men are still marrying black women. So Steve Harvey, I was looking at his show. I watch his show every day, and I'm like, his wife is black, and he worships the ground that she walks on. She's a good black woman. You could look at her and tell she's a sweet black woman. So there is lots of wonderful good black women out here. And so for you guys to sit up here and exclude a whole race of women based on just a few you've met, I just think it's ignorance. I just think it's ignorance, And I understand that you're hurt. I get that you're hurt. But you ain't the only one that done been hurt. There's a lot of black women out here that have had very bad experiences with black men. But some of us are not giving up. We're still going to stick with black guys. We still believe that there is good black men out here. You ain't the only one that done been hurt. It's a whole lot of people. There's a whole lot of black women that have been hurt by black men, but they're not turning their whole back on black men. Some of them are. And that's not right either. Two wrongs don't make a right. It's not right for black women to do it. It ain't right for black men to do it. That's the problem with us black people. We got to stick together. Otherwise, they're going to keep shooting us. They're going to keep killing us. They're going to keep treating us like crap. Because you know why? Because we don't have any love and unity within our own race. And it's sad. And if we don't start sticking together, we're going to be a permanent underclass. And all this stuff that you're outraged about, it's going to continue to happen. Because they figure if you don't love yourself and you don't have enough respect and love for your own race, then how you expect for us to have love and respect for your race? And that's how they feel about it. And that's why they keep doing what they're doing. So, we got to get a clue. This is ridiculous. At the end of the day, do what you want to do. I can't tell you what to do. But like I said, you're operating in ignorance. That's my opinion. Because you got good and bad people in every race. What if you run into a white woman or a Hispanic woman that has the same qualities? Are you going to think that's okay? Then you need to look in the mirror at yourself and find out what's going on with you. If you can accept that same behavior from other women, but you can't accept it from your own women, find out what's going on with you. There's an issue there. Okay, I might talk about this further. God bless you. Sweet June 2010.